All right. Well, it's been a while since I streamed. Uh, Last time I streamed, we did the Halloween thing that was kind of a disaster. God, I honestly feel really bad. I was rewatching the Penitent Dead thing because I was really late uploading all that, and it was just a moron. Like, like the game was like clearly a game jam thing. It wasn't like meant to like be groundbreaking or anything. And I was like, what's the game? And I don't know. I guess I was like, I don't know. I was just rewatching that, and I just felt like, oh God, what was I doing? But as you can see in the title, I wanted to get back to Pokemon because it's been forever since we played this. Like literally, it's been uh, a month or two. It's been a long time, and I did a test recording just to test the audio because if there's one thing I need to do more, it's actually do off-screen tests rather than during stream. Oh Jesus Christ, this game's loud. Oh, okay, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh God, it's really loud in my ears. I don't know. It's probably not that loud in like in like action or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. But like yeah, 12. We played this game for 12 hours. We played this game forever. It's been like half a year and I still haven't finished it. Oh, Pokemon. Oh God, what are they called again? Shield and Sword and Shield. They're out at this point. I'm so lazy. That was the entire reason I started streaming this was because of that game, and I still haven't bought it. Which I don't know. That's one of those things like, you know, are you gonna buy it or not gonna buy it? And I'm like, well, you know, looking at all the JRPGs I haven't finished due to being stressed or whatever, yeah, you know, I don't think Pokemon's gonna really be any different. So I'm probably not gonna buy it for a while, just because I'm probably not gonna finish it, all things considered. Now, right off the bat, I gotta check the audio, because either we nailed it or we failed it. Actually, speaking of videos or whatever, oh, hey, Wee Wow Master. Yeah, the audio's fine. I nailed it this time. I'm really happy. How long have you played? Oh, wait, you mean streamed? Barely like 2 minutes apparently, according to this. So, not long at all. You literally just arrived as we started. I saw that Stan in a random tens, the man who stole my music and uses it in every video. No, I'm just kidding. He streamed Sword and Shield, and I actually watched a bit, and I was like, the thing that stuck out to me, like, you can say what you want about the graphics or whatever, they don't really look that good. They remind me of, what was that game called on the PS2 that was like a town game? Dark Cloud? It reminded me of that for some reason. I've never played Dark Cloud, but I remember seeing gameplay of it, and I was like, wow, this reminds me of Dark Cloud, that game I've never played. I mean, I don't know. But God, the music was amazing. I listened to, you know, some of the music in the background, like the victory, you know, when you win a battle sounded really good. Like, I feel like those are things that those aren't things that really stick in my mind when I play Pokemon. It's usually like town themes and stuff. But, I don't know, I just really like the music I heard. I thought it was really nice, so I don't know how long it'll take for me to finally get back to playing. Or finally get to actually, I say get back, it's like I've done everything but it finished nothing, so I have to get back to everything. No, I don't know when I'll actually get around to playing it, but I guess at some point. Right, we killed, we kind of, wait, hang on, we have items here we could sell, so let's go to the Pokemart, or the big building. The big building, we gotta go and sell the nuggets. I feel like when it comes to Pokemon, I'm always like an item hoarder because there's no reason to get rid of your items in the later games, and then this game's like, nah, not enough space. Thankfully, Generation 2, they thought it was decent. They had the decency to at least give you different pouches. So that's nice. So, yeah, we're gonna get rid of these. You know, I said this in earlier parts, and I still stand by this. This is the one Pokemon game where I'm always scrounging for, like, my next meal. No, scrounging for more money. Like, I'm always like, oh, I barely have enough money. I don't know, at least early on in the game, like, you buy 2 potions and then you're done. Like, that's all the money you're getting. Oh, he made a joke. He made a counter joke. I remember I was on a hiatus with streaming for a while because I was in Poland. And then I came back and I was like, oh, it was nice. Like, I didn't really talk about it. I really like Poland because, you know, it's that place where it's not overrun with tourists, at least in Gdańsk where I was, until you get to specific spots, you know, like the Google Maps place where everyone, you know, everyone's seen that one image of the river docks or whatever. I mean, that's cool. But it's like everyone's seen that, and then you go into a back alley, into some old, like, tavern place, and then you're all by yourself suddenly. That's what I loved about Gdańsk, is that it was very easy, you know, I hate big groups of people. They stress me out. So, you pretty much just sidestep out of the way, and then you have your own little place to, like, hang out and look around. I also liked how some of the buildings were, like, they've definitely seen their fair share of abuse over the years. I showed a picture to my dad and he was like, wow, you can see here, this building must have like get shot or something. You know, World War II or whatever. I don't know, it was a really interesting city. It was really nice. I would live there, to be honest. I like all those like Slavic languages because they're all like, you know, adjectives, whatever, verbs, whatever, you know, nouns. Let's make them really difficult. Let's, you know, let's give them like 16 different cases. That's really good. Whoops. I mean, why not? You know, I feel like in a lot of ways we assume that English is like, it's so useful, but there's so many things about English that are like so annoying. That other languages have already figured out. Like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't fight you. I thought I fought everyone up here, and then we went back. Come out and play, little mouse. Ick, ick. Suddenly I have a craving for cheese. I don't know what it is, but for some reason I just start giggling when I think about mice and cheese. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like the innocent imagery of it, like a mouse eating cheese and the people living in the house getting mad that someone's eating the cheese. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I remember as a kid, I had this... Oh, we're doing really well here. Come on, Yob. This is like, oh, how are we missing this much? Did he use like sand attack and I didn't notice? We're gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center. Alright, well, I mean... Oh god, the noise. Oh. The world's smallest violin is like providing the main melody in the song. But, yeah, I remember as a kid I had this hockey game. One of those hockey... You move around the people and then there's a puck and then you move them and then you can twist them around and they whack the puck into the goal. I had one of those. I specifically remember one side was Swedish and one side was Finnish. Because if there's one thing Finns and Swedes will always argue about, it's hockey. But I remember I would remove them from the board and then take a cheese wedge and then stick holes in it so it would look like Tom and Jerry. Because I always thought the reason holes were in cheese was because that's the mice eating through the cheese. You know what, you know what, Yob, you kinda suck right now. Pinky, did Pinky evolve, or... I don't know, let's go with Norse. I actually have a lot of like stuff I'm working on in terms of YouTube. First of all, I have my review. I haven't worked on it in a while, but I definitely want to get back to it. But right now, I'm actually planning a secret thing I've wanted to do for a long time. It's gonna be long-form content, and I'm sure some people are not gonna be really interested in it, which is fine. But it's something I'm really passionate about, and you'll see it when it's out. I'm really excited to share it. Yeah, no, oh, okay, oh god, that sprite. You little rat! But yeah, I seriously thought that as a kid, that those little holes and cheese wedges were like, that's where the mice live. Sometimes I wonder, why did I even eat cheese then? If I thought there were mice in there. I like when the game like has to think for a moment and the music slows down. That's not my computer. That's the game, I think. Oh, I just have to check so I'm recording this. Yep, I am. I want to do more indie games on this channel, like streaming more of them. Oh god, it's so sluggish! Oh, it's like Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, I was watching, this is a long time ago now, but I remember when Nils was visiting me, he was on the SWAT 4 stream. We watched Pokemon Indigo League, and it was hilarious. That show is, well, it's definitely a show. I want, what does, okay, so I've seen, you know, everyone knows about the English opening. I've never actually seen the Japanese opening, because in the English opening you see all the later episodes and stuff that have already been produced. I guess the Japanese one must be very limited, because I always feel like that, you know, in anime or whatever, the Japanese opening is like custom, it's like new stuff, there's no like bits of the episodes. But in the English version, they always pull from the episodes because they've already been produced, right? I don't think I'm wrong in assuming that. Oh god, he's so buff! Oh. Well, I mean, I already am riding my bicycle, so let's not go overboard here. I was like that. I always like that expression in the bisexual community. The bicycle. I don't know. I just think it's funny. No, don't. Oh shit. I forget. Isn't karate chop is normal in this game? So if you get hit by a karate chop, it's pretty much like you're pretty much screwed. Okay, so I don't know. Mendez. Is Mendez still a Gloom, or did we evolve it? No, of course we didn't. Good. As it should be. Yeah. No. That's not how it works. Oh, it has Mega Drain. See, I'm getting used to everything again. Like every stream, I have to be like, oh, I remember now. I remember what I should do. No! Stop! Mega Drain. Good. Yes, as it should be. You know, if there's one series I used to love as a kid, but I seriously do not care about anymore, it's like Star Wars. Because as a kid, I loved Star Wars. My dad and I watched the movies together. He told me all this false information about the movies that I believed for a long time. I'll tell you about it later after I'm done with my tangent. We're already going through all our items. But I'm not joking about this. So, but basically, you know, my dad and I, we watched the prequels, we'd watch the originals, and those were like an introduction to watching movies with my dad, and we did that a lot. So I have a lot of nostalgia for the original films and the prequels. I pretty much like them all for different reasons. I like Attack of the Clones because it's so dumb. I like Phantom Menace because it's such a mess. It's like poetry, it rhymes. And I actually like Revenge of the Sith. Like, it's a flawed movie, but like, god, if, like, yeah, it's flawed, I guess, but like, it's fun. It's so over the top. It pretty much wears its over the topness on its sleeve and just goes with it. Compared to the other two movies where they're over the top, but there's also all these boring scenes that are like, the Trade Federation, taxation, and then a bunch of people walking around talking about stuff, and you're just waiting for like Darth Maul to show up and be like, here's my lightsaber. But in the third movie, it's like, it starts off like, boom, this is what's happening. And it's cool. I like it. I like that movie. And it's also very quotable. It's just dumb fun. It's good. But I remember when Force Awakens came out, and my dad and I, we watched like a Russian copy of it because my dad pirates movies. Someone recorded it in the cinema or whatever with like a camcorder in like Moscow or something, and put it on Pirate Bay. We watched that version, and I remember when we were finished, I was like, oh, that was pretty good. And my dad, who's like, yeah, the prequels, they're really good. My favorite one is episode 3. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's happening. Yes. I always wanted a Marowak. I've actually never used a Marowak before. So, if I'm looking at my team right now, the ones I haven't used are Wigglytuff and kind of Vileplume. I haven't really used Vileplume before. I tend to use Blossom more. And then Yob. Let's actually switch him out for Norsay again. Actually, let's go with Wigglytuff. Let's have a bit of fun. But yeah, I remember we would watch this movies together. It was fun. But when we finished Force Awakens, my dad didn't like it. I was like, why? And he was like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It tries way too hard to be the originals. He was. See, the thing about fan bases is they tend to go in like opinion waves. What's like the accepted opinion. That's what it feels like, anyways. Especially with like Fallout. Jesus Christ, Fallout 3 came out and it's like. Some people don't like it, some people really like it though, and then Fallout New Vegas comes out and it's like, Fallout 3 was better, and then Fallout 4 comes out and then it's like, Fallout New Vegas, that was the best one. It's just so, God, it's so annoying. Oh, it's the reason I don't even bother with Fallout anymore, to be honest. I like 3 though. Whatever, now we're getting in on like really negative, whiny territory because I kinda whine a lot, to be honest. But he didn't like Force Awakens, and later on I realized, you know what? Maybe he was onto something. I mean, I don't know, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fun. Isn't that what, like, that kind of movie should be fun? But I see in, like, retrospect what he was onto, that it's like, you know, it goes... you know, honestly, the only reason I'm thinking of this was because I was watching the Red Letter Media review of Last Jedi because I never saw it. I was like, nah, I'm not interested. Especially with Rogue One and then Solo, like, all of this... There's too much Star Wars, I guess. You should just go back and play like Lego Star Wars instead. Play Lego Star Wars, you will. That was my Yoda impression. I remember I had a friend growing up. He had a cat named Yoda. It was a really cool cat. It was like a Siamese. I think it was a Siamese cat. It was like naked almost. Oh, we don't have. Oh, we do have an antidote. So as you can see, Pinky's kind of like, well, we have 2 rare candies. Might as well use them, right? Let's use them on Yob, because I don't have anyone else to use it on. All right. Oh, I got my eyes. Oh, this sign. It's a notice. Watch out for discarded items. Oh, there's gonna be like a. But how can we know there's a discard? I can barely move. But if you press A, you kind of like stop like this. What about this? Trainer tips. All Pokemon are unique. Even Pokemon of the same type and level grow at different rates. Isn't that like EV stuff? Trainer tips. Press the A and B buttons. Stay in place while on a slope. Are you actually kidding me? I didn't know this. Oh, okay. You can press either button. Well, let's go back and. Let's go back and look for items. I don't know, I really like Fallout as a series, but like I remember playing Fallout 1 and I was like, this game is great if you like reloading saves a lot because you did the wrong thing. I don't really like Fallout 1 because of that. It's like it's a good game for its time, but it's like good in the same way Baldur's Gate is good, where I'm like, yeah, I guess it's good for its time, but like it has good atmosphere and all that. But like, I hate playing it. Every moment I play it, I'm like, I just want to die. Except Fallout was way better than Baldur's Gate and all things considered. Like, that game, I don't know. I did like it though, but it's like, I don't know, I would rather play another RPG. Baldur's Gate though, God, that game really annoyed me. So, I played Baldur's Gate around the time I started DMing D&D stuff for some friends. I really like DMing, but I'm really bad at it. Wink wink. But I was thinking, why not play this game? Maybe I could get some inspiration for my games or whatever, my DMing stuff. I played it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna play a dwarf named Dingledoof, and he's like a cleric. And I played it, and like I really didn't like. I just really didn't like it. It's the kind of game where you go into a battle and you either die or you don't die, and then you just reload a save if you lose. The entire game is based on quick saves. And I don't really like that. I know some games are just like that. They're based on those kind of like manual saves, and that's fine. But for that kind of game, it's literally just go into a battle, die, and then you realize, well, I can't finish this fight, so let's go elsewhere. So you go into the fight 2 times, you lose, and then you go somewhere else. And it's just, I don't like that. It's really annoying. But it has a lot of charm. That game does have a lot of charm. It definitely has that like D&D feel to it. It's goofy and it's fun. So I would recommend it in that way, I guess. But I don't know, it just wasn't for me. God, I've been really whiny this stream. Let's talk about something else. I feel like talking about Star Wars is like depressing, because then I remember like, remember that I don't own Lego Star Wars 2 anymore. The greatest video game ever made. God, how many hours? So anyone watching this, have you played Lego Star Wars? And if so, how many hours do you think you've wasted on it, approximately? Because I played that game all the time as a kid in co-op. A volt or electrified. I would also make my own OC. Oh, it was a pink lightsaber guy called Jonathan Skywalker. Oh god, I do not want to remember that kind of stuff. But you know, when you're 7, you have a good imagination. Oh! Oh, okay, that's a good use of your turn. That did... Was that... Oh, okay. Fair enough. That was your turn. Oh, I actually never played Lego Star Wars 1, but I did play the complete saga on the Nintendo DS for some reason, which wasn't a very good version. I wouldn't recommend it. But here, Complete Saga is actually pretty good, like on other consoles, because you basically get 2 games in one. Lego Star Wars. Actually, I do think I got Complete Saga way later on. I played it with my stepbrother a lot, because we liked Star Wars. Oh, Lego Indiana Jones was also pretty fun. But you know what the best Lego game was? Lego Harry Potter. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't decide now. I think Lego Star Wars was the best fit, because you have like shoot weapons and then other stuff. But Lego Harry Potter was a bit more like, I don't know, a thinking man's Lego game. Oh, Karate Shop. Oh, was that? Oh my god, if that was a critical hit, that wouldn't have done much damage in the first place. You know, I gotta be honest, streaming this game, it's making me a little bit anxious about how the Elite Four is gonna go. Because you know that when we get to the Elite Four, it's gonna be like, Lance is gonna shove out his 3 Dragon Knights, and it's gonna be over. But we have Mizutama to fix this for us. I started going to a Japanese speaking course, kind of. It's actually going quite well, and I enjoy it. Be a rebel! Rebel, rebel, la 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 la. Da 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 da. I wonder how coked out of his mind David Bowie was when he recorded a rock album based on 1984. That's just very like, oh, okay, cool. But at the same time, it's like, well, I mean, this was the 70s, and we went from what was it? Aladdin Sane. That was the album. I really like his 70s output in like the Berlin trilogy, because they're all like recorded in a certain way that I like. I will be completely honest, I've definitely stolen their drum sound. That kind of like, because what they did with the drums when they recorded it on like Heroes, they put a delay on it and made it like 64th times or whatever, so it sounds like metallic. Gives the drums a little bit more punch, and you don't hear that metallic sound in the mix very much. Yeah, I think Heroes is my favorite album from him. It's just such a banger all the way through. I mean, he has his most famous song in there, or one of his most famous songs. But it's hardly like the one song you need to listen for. Like everything there's amazing, and very like from what I can gather, like a lot of it's like improvised. Very good if it's improvised. It was like the guitarist in, okay, here we go, music talk. I think the guitarist in King Crimson played on that album, and he just showed up and was like, yeah, I'm here now in Berlin, what am I gonna do? And he just did a bunch of stuff, like on Heroes, he went into a room and like just pitched guitar feedback to play the melody. Super creative. No way. No way! He woke up on the turn. No. Go back to sleep. Alright. Mega Drain. Alright, Mega Drain. Dude. I think, isn't Valplume based on that one, like, plant in Japan that smells like dead corpse? It's like a fungus or something. Whatever. Yeah, going back to the Heroes thing, I just love how that album sounds, and I feel like I take a lot of inspiration from it for my album that I'm working on. I should just pause the stream and play something. Hang on. Can I pause the emulator? Cubal. Org. Hang on. Let me play something. Hang on. Oh, no! Oh, it's fine. It's fine, I saved it. Pause, okay. Let's see where I put my my song thing. My hard drive's been acting up, so I've been backing up a lot of stuff. I think I'll be fine, but I've had this computer for 5 years, so it's soon it'll be time to pass on. Let's see if I can find some stuff I've been working on. I said it on Twitter. I'm not going to do more previews, except I'm working around the loophole now, because now I'm here. Yeet. Oh hey Yisuf Ocean Left. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's been a while. How are you? What? Why doesn't this work? Wait, is my... Oh, it does work. Yeah, I had this song I was working on, and it's really weird. I don't know how exactly it's like. It's very low on volume. How do I go about this? You know what? Let's save this for later, because it's screwing up everything. So let's just go back to this. All right. Unpause. Oh Jesus, my ears! Okay, it's fine. Good. How about you? I don't know. I guess okay. Just trying to get the volume just right. You know, sometimes I see you in comment sections and I'm like, I recognize that avatar, and then I'm like, oh, it's you. Like I actually, like, surprisingly often, I guess, but it's like mostly like older videos, I guess. I remember it's so weird when you see like a person you haven't talked to in like years or something in like, I don't know, some internet forum. You're like, I recognize that username. I feel like I know this person, and then you click on their username, and then it's like, whoa, it's the person I know, except 5 years ago. I remember I found this person I know. So I gotta be honest. Sometimes I go on Know Your Meme just because sometimes I'm out of the loop when it comes to like really annoying internet jokes, and then I see someone, especially if it's like an older one, then I'm like, where does this come from and why does it exist? And then I see a comment from someone, and I'm like, I recognize the avatar, and then it's like, oh Jesus Christ, it's that person I know. That's a thing I fear, to be honest, that someone's gonna be like, I recognize this person. Oh, it's this person. Why are they posting weird things on some old music upload? I haven't made any music in forever. Yeah, I remember you posted stuff on like SoundCloud years ago. I want to use SoundCloud more, but I've run out of space, and if I remove stuff, I'm gonna get in trouble. Because I have so much stuff there that I don't want to remove, because if I remove it, like they have like listens, you know? I don't know. I don't want to remove stuff. Oh, I've abused that attack too much. Froster's still making music. He's in a pop punk band. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I see he's been in quite a few bands. I still follow him and stuff. We haven't really talked though. Ah, yes. I remember his chiptune days when he made music with that. Oh god, what is it called? That one synthesizer that you use with MIDI, and it has like this really teeny like chiptune sound that everyone makes fun of. I forget what it was called. I remember those days. That must have been like 5 years ago. That's insane. It's been so long. Oi! No. We're gonna... God, this route is just gonna drain us of all of our items. It's a good thing we're not, like, out of money anymore, because we sort of had that problem for a long time where... I talked about it earlier this stream, like, we're just barely making it by. It's like a low-income job. Low-income. Boken job. Yeah, I always forget, it's like GXC or some sort of like combination. GXCSS or something. It's too lazy to track. I mean, it's not that it's lazy, it's just that it's like, I guess my attitude back then was like kind of elitist, where it's like, ugh, that's not real chiptune. But nowadays it's more like associated with like, oh, this is definitely what the NES sounds like. I haven't used a tracker in a while. The only one I really use is like Little Sound DJ for my music, because I like recording off of Game Boy and stuff. I feel like if I can make a chiptune melody in like Serum, then I can do it on a Game Boy, and it has a little bit more warmth in terms of like a recording production perspective. Even though I do it on an emulator, through this emulator actually. Wait, no. Where am I? Am I on an island? Where am I? Okay, is this over here? I'm so confused. This was not the charter. This was not the charter destination that I wanted.
Cycling route is all uphill from here.
Alright. I'm looking for a Tangela. Want to No! No! I'm not giving you a Tangela! You know, I kinda want a Tangela. Like, if I could get rid of Mendez and replace him with a Tangela, I don't know. Might do that, but at the same time, I already like my team. Yeah, I kind of forgot what I was doing. I was going down the bike path, and then I was like, oh, where am I? Oh, wait, we don't have the town map anymore, right? Here's the gym. Fusha City. Kuga, the poisonous ninja master. It's actually venomous. Or poisonous. Like, if we digest him, we'll die, so don't do that. I was listening to Oracle... Oh, what's that? Oracle of Seasons or Oracle of Ages. I was listening to the music from those games. I haven't finished those games before. Those might be a streaming material someday, because those are Zelda games I've never finished. I was listening to the soundtrack and I was like, wow, it's so good! It is so good! They have like some of my favorite soundtracks. They're so catchy. What's it called? Horon Village? That's a really good one. And then there's Tarn Ruins, and then there's the Din, Dancing with Din song that's like do 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 do. That's so good.
You can't win with just one strong Pokemon. It's tough, but you have to race them evenly.
Tell that to 7-year-old me with just an Infernape that was the HM slave, as well as the only one with a fire attack in Flare Blitz. I did that all the time as a kid.
There's a narrow trail west of Verdun City. It goes to Pokemon League headquarters.
The HQ governs all... That's a weird sentence, like it's a headquarters. I mean, I guess it is. I don't really trust the Elite Four after reading Pokemon Adventures. That's a great manga, go ahead and read it. Made by Capcom, so the music is definitely their style. Yeah, I guess so, but it definitely does feel like Zelda to me. Like, it still has that, like, It definitely sounds like, you know, if the composer did anything, they definitely listened to Link's Awakening and took some notes. 30. Oh God, Pinky, she's sucking up all the XP. Wait, let me look. Oracle of Seasons. Who did the music? Zelda Gamepedia. Oh, I like Zeldapedia. It has all the mainline Zelda games, and then Breath of the Wild, and then the exact same icon. Sequel to Breath of the Wild. That's really good. No, I want to read. Okay. Oh, it doesn't tell me anything. I want to know who the composer was. Minako Adachi and Kyoero Sada. So, not Koji Kondo, pretty much. That's interesting, it's 2 composers. Maybe it's for each game for its unique songs or something. I remember there's a creepypasta about those games that there was a 3rd version, and it's like haunted, dude. It's called like the 3rd Oracle or something. Alright. Safari Zone, Warden's Home. You know that feeling when you watch a YouTube channel and they stop doing stuff and you're just waiting every day for them to come back. That's me with Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers doing a creepypasta as some sort of like throwback thing, because I loved when he did the creepypasta readings, and then also me with Big T 2000's Hyrule Assassin series. Excellent pronunciation. Yeah, it was an attempt. I mean, I'm learning Japanese, so it's better than Asahiro Hadachi or whatever. Or in the group I'm in, the Japanese group, they pronounce the J sound as Y, so it's like ya arimasen, which sounds really funny. It's like Swapanese. There's actually a group of people in Japan, like ethnic Japanese people, that I think maybe they have Swedish ties, I don't know, but they celebrate Swedish Midsummer, which makes me really happy. I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm the kind of person that gets way too excited when I see someone on Twitter with like Swedish in their location. I'm like, I can go up to this person and just say IKEA and they'll laugh. And I can say, don't you just hate IPA tractors? And they'll get me. No, I'm saying, oh, okay, good. It's good. Otherwise, there would have been a problem. What? Hang on. Why is the mart out in the bush? Okay. Getting some items. I just like talking to random people here, just to see what amazing tips they give us. You can try X speed. It speeds up a Pokemon in battle. I am sure it does. Do you have a Safari? Whatever. I watched Jirachi Wishmaker for the first time in my life recently with a friend. I was over at his house and we watched it, and I liked it. It was okay, but I wasn't expecting Flygon to sound like. That's literally what Flygon sounded like. And I don't know, it was okay. I didn't like the amount of puns that evil guy did. He was like a magician. He was like, well, I guess this is my last trick. I guess I'm gonna have to vanish you away. It was always like terrible puns. Oh, we should do the Safari Zone. Like right now, let's do the Safari Zone. Why not? Wait, hang on. Let's do some story stuff and then we'll go here, because there's actually an item here we need. Let's look at some of the Pokemon as well. And then we watch Pokemon Heroes, which is one of my favorites. I think my favorite's still Pokemon 3, but I don't own it, unfortunately. Pokemon 3 is great. I don't have that same experience as an American, sadly. A sad coincidence of being overly culturally influential. I mean, that's true. Very true. Very nice. Very cool. I have this friend. We streamed Worms together, and sometimes I worry that I'm way too much like, haha, you're Swedish just like me. Do you get it? Like, but that's just me. Like, with my Swedish friends, we're always like doing stupid accents and stuff because Swedish people sound funny. Even Swedes think Swedes sound funny. That's like a huge Swedish culture thing. Is that we make fun of this accent, and the Scanians, the Danish, they're like.
Hello there.
Speak like that. The Japanese have a tendency to celebrate a lot of random holidays. They're just as weeaboo as the Americans are. Eric. Where's Sarah? I said I'd meet her here. Slowpoke. Friendly and very slow moving. Oh, he's dopey. What's this? Pokemon Paradise Safari Zone. Oh, this is like the main building, I guess. Slowpoke is very knowledgeable about Pokemon. He even has some fossils. What? No. Yeah, the Danes speak like that. They also don't pronounce half of the words. They have like guttural R sound, but Scanian Southern Swedes, they speak Swedish, but they speak it in a very Danish way. So a Swedish person would say, hur går det? Hur går det? Not the hard T at the end and det, which is that, because then it's like, that's over. We usually drop the last consonant sometimes, because it's just too much work. But they would be, hur går det? That's like the stereotypical Scanian. With nicknamed the Warden Slowpoke, he and Slowpoke both look very vacant. Oh, I get it now! Is this him? Looks like a baby. Slowpoke came in, but I couldn't understand him. I think he's got a speech problem. Whoa. If you look at a map of Sweden, here's the thing about Swedish, right? Pitch is everything. Like it's basically pitch language. No, not really. No. Let me rephrase that. It's not a pitch language, but you can hear in someone's pitch where they're from. Like someone who's from the valleys, Dalarna, where I was actually born. Everyone speaks like, nu ska jag prata järnamål. They go up and they speak like low, you know. And then Scanians, they're like, ska jag hjälpa dig lite med det här? No, wait, hang on, let me redo that.
Who go there?
No. But it's like they go up and down. Those two accents, or two dialects, they go up and down. And then a Stockholmer is like, fan ge dig för I helvete! Which, I'm not gonna translate that for you. That's so interesting. It makes sense because the Kalmar Union stuff. I don't know any Swedish history, I'm sorry. I seriously, okay, so here's the thing about Swedish history, like, we don't learn any of it! We learn more about, like, Greek history and shit in school. I'm not joking. I didn't know like, as a kid, I did not know Sweden had Finland and, like, built Helsinki and all that stuff. I didn't know that. You find out that stuff way later, and I felt like a moron when I did. The Swedish Empire, how you have fallen. So, this guy, he's missing his teeth, so we gotta get him some new teeth. So what's this guy? That's a very empty condo.
I'm the fishing guru's older brother. I simply love fishing with a big L. Do you like to fish?
Yes.
Grand, I like your style. Take this and fish, young one.
Now we have a good rod, which is the only one that matters, unless you want Magikarps. And there's, curiously enough... Wait, let's look for items. You know, Norwegians, they're hilarious though, because Norwegians understand Swedes for the most part, and Swedes sort of understand Norwegians. So if you put a Norwegian and a Swede together, they can have a conversation about something and generally understand each other, even though they don't understand every word. That's really funny to me. I have a Norwegian neighbor and I don't always catch everything she says, but I understand what she's saying, if that makes any sense. Ikke bra. That's not good. I don't know. That's probably not real Norwegian. I like Norwegian because it sounds like old Swedish. It's like, instead of saying murder, we say mörda to kill someone. And they're like, dräpa, which is to slay someone. It sounds very old-fashioned to me. Anyways, I've had enough of this. Let's go into the Safari Zone. Some really catchy music in this game, but I kind of have a feeling we need cut for this. We're gonna get into the Safari Zone, and we're not gonna go through all of it, but let's give it a good gamble. You want Pokemon spoils, or are you good? Because nobody would want this 20-year-old game spoiled. Wait, are you talking? Wait, hang on. Let me reread that. You want Pokemon spoils? You mean for the new one? I mean, no thanks, but I mean, this game, it's like, did you know that Red, he dies? Your first time here? Yes. Safari Zone has 4. Yeah, okay, blah 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 blah. Here's some more information, blah 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 blah. Wow, it's like the new Pokemon games when they're like, here's how you catch a Pokemon. Doesn't the new game like, oh, click here, or if you've already played Pokemon before and you generally know how to play. But then it's like, it still tries to nudge you in the right direction. It's just bizarre. Oh, Glitch City. The greatest bug ever. I used to play a lot with the bugs in this game as a kid. So, yeah, let's I always explain stuff in this game, but everyone's played this game, but it's like, yeah, it's time to catch some mouse. Did you know that Mew is behind the truck at the SSN? No way! Really? I thought that was fake! I thought people lied to me online. So they were telling the truth? Oh god. I actually got scared there. I saw the silhouette and I was like, oh god, I've never seen this before. Is it like bugged? And then I realized, oh yeah, it's that Pokemon that I don't really like. In the new game, you have to get an item to control your audio. Oh, Jesus Christ. You have to get halfway through the game before you can apply the yellow piss filter to make sure you don't stay up at night. The orange filter. No, I didn't mean to waste my balls. Run away. Yeah, okay, good. We actually used a Nidoqueen, but I boxed her because I didn't really need her. I wanted a Marowak because I've never used one before. Wait, I'm not supposed to bring my Pokemon, but this absolute leech is following me. Alright, I guess you're enjoying that. Oh, what's this? What's this formation? Oh, item. So, I think you find the dude's teeth here somewhere. So, let's explore. TM37. I feel like every TM is called TM37 because is this like egg? Whoa! Oh, it's completely worthless. Okay, great. RIP that wasted ball we're never getting back. I already feel like I waste my time. Full restore. Wow, a lot of good items. Rest house. Alright. When I was at my friend's, we watched the first Pokemon movie as well. At an earlier point, and we watched part of it in Finnish, and it was hilarious. They all sounded generally the same, except they were speaking Finnish. I wonder, did the voice actors they had just happen to speak it? I don't know, it must have been like a coincidence that they managed to sound sort of similar. You know the best thing ever though? The Moomin anime, the Swedish dub of it, they all speak with Finnish dialects. They're all like Swede Finns. That's like amazing. Because that's how Tove Jansson, the author of... Oh, I love Tauros! I kind of want one! Let's piss it off, throw a rock. Oh, that didn't really work out. I mean, I could just get rid of Wigglytuff and get a Tauros, but kinda want that challenge. I forget that Safari Zone's music sounds like a perpetually witnessing a Pokemon evolving. I mean, you're perpetually watching your inevitable demise in 69 years. Oh, no. I keep wasting my balls on Nidoran females. No. God, I didn't mean to do that. That's the second one. No. Just run away, God! Don't make me waste more. Let's... Alright, so there's what... I think it's the next screen you find the teeth. It's like, isn't it like a hidden item? I like how later games justify the whole like you finding items and balls as, oh, it's a treasure chest that looks like a ball. Trainer tips: the remaining time declines only while you walk. Alright, well we're close to getting kicked out. You know, it kind of terrifies me how many people have Toaster in their username. I think I talked about this before. Because for me, it was like, I just took the word Toaster and then slapped random stuff in front of it. for a username. It's like a Toaster Man. That's actually a streamer. Oh god. Yeah, we're gonna get kicked out any minute. Ding dong! Time's up. Oh. Let's just run through this really quick and let's see if we can get further. Because I backtracked quite a bit, so, you know, that didn't really help. Yeah, you can keep your Pikachu, but your Pikachu can't help. I love in Swedish because here you don't say Pikachu or whatever. Here you say Pikachu. You stress that second syllable. God, this Pokemon dub is hilarious. It's like Bulbasaur is Bulbasaur, which doesn't mean anything. And then there's like Squirtle, which is my favorite one, and then Charmander. I always love the Pokemon movies because they always start with like the wonder that is the Pokemon world, and then it's like in Swedish and it's like sometimes you battle your friends. You know, I gotta be honest, like I grew up with you know, it's bad when you say I gotta be honest, because whatever's gonna follow is not gonna be good. That's generally, I get the vibe that when someone says, you know, I gotta be honest, you know, whatever's coming next. But I love the Pokemon movie growing up, but I like Pikachu's Vacation more than the main movie because it's fun. The actual movie is kind of boring compared to other Pokemon movies. Like, it's really boring. It's like, the main thing about the movie is that fighting is bad, I guess. Oh, I love Rhyhorn! Yes, give me Rhyhorn. I want Rhyhorn. Yes! I got a Rhyhorn on my first try! Oh. How much does it weigh? Oh god, he's a big boy. A Pokemon with a one-track mind. Once it charges, it won't stop running until it falls asleep. We're gonna name this thing. It's gonna be named... It's gonna be named... He's gonna be named... Carl, that's his name. That's the most Swedish name you can get. Carl. Carl Gustav V. I remember I was doing some quiz, and it was like, I was doing some quiz with someone, and they were like, what was the name of the king that reigned from this year? And I was like, I don't know, Carl Gustav V. I just made up some shit, like Carl Gustav the Fifth. I don't know, they always sound the same. And I was right. I literally didn't know that was a person. I was watching Nerd Crew on Red Letter Media, and I kinda really like Kangaskhan. But I also like my Wigglytuff. I really like my Wigglytuff. I've wasted so many TMs on it. And Kangaskhan can learn like fighting moves, right? Let's just throw some balls. You're kidding me, right? Okay. Parent Pokemon. It's literally born with one thing in mind. Raises its young in its belly pouch, won't run from any fight to keep its young protected. This was before Pokemon made sense, so thank you, very cool. Yeah, let's not go for that name. I had something really horrible in mind. Oh, I had a good name in mind. Hang on, just give me a moment to think about how this is spelled. Gustav Adolf, isn't that the guy in Civ 5? I gotta stream Civilization at some point, because Civilization, whenever I play it, it's just a mess. I'm so bad at Civilization 4. To be specific, Civilization 4 is my favorite one. Oh yes. I know a good name. Adelaide. It's a good name. I like it. Sounds cool. Area 2. Storming Area 2 with my boys. Okay, so here's some embarrassing middle school memories. I remember in middle school when I first heard dubstep, I was like, this is the best music ever made. I was like, I've never heard anything like this before. But now when I listen to it, it just sounds like try-hard, like, epic music. It's like, I don't know. I can't listen to it with a straight face anymore. So do I don't think anyone can, to be honest. Because it's like a specific thing. If you play Civ 5, we could play online or something. Yeah, sure. Sure, do you have like a Discord or something? I don't know how often you use Twitter, but you could like DM me or something. Yeah, I love Civ 5, but I also feel like I also really like Civ 6 because I feel like Civ 6 it has some very different things about it that I like, but then there's Civ 4, and Civ 4 is my baby. I love Civ 4. It's my favorite one. There's a lot of aids here. Tossing rocks at Pokemon might make them run, but they'll be easier to catch. Thank you. Easier to catch. Oh! Ah, yes, very good. What about you? I hiked a lot, but I didn't see any Pokemon I wanted. Well, that sounds like you're looking for Dunsparce or something. Remember in Metal Gear Solid 3 where you can eat the Tsuchinoko? And it's like they chew you out on the radio like, you just ate Tsuchinoko! I love Metal Gear. Oops, yeah, we're going back again. Dubstep was like cool for 2 years, yeah. I don't really like EDM production, because EDM production is more about getting your song as clean as possible rather than like making it actually sound unique. Like a lot of my favorite music is not like engineered to perfection or whatever, and I really don't like it when it's like engineered to no fault, because at that point I'm like, it's just a little bit too much. Actually, I'm actually thinking of maybe using a Kangaskhan, because I think it would, for one, it would be different, and it's not exactly a Pokemon you're ever gonna get to use again in the Pokemon mainline games. It's very rare until like Generation 6. So it's pretty much your only shot at getting to use one. Plus, I like Pinky. I wasted like 2 rare candies on you. You have some good attacks. Maybe we could just swap them out at different points. I don't know. Send them back to Professor Oak. I always liked that in the anime, where Ash sends all of his stuff to Oak. So Oak's like taking care of all of his like 30 Tauros. MGS do his best MGS. Oh, I love MGS. I should stream MGS at some point. That would be really fun if my PS2 works. It's sterile, I think. It messes with the natural timbre. Well, you know, I'm not like arguing that dubstep's like badly produced or it sounds bad. It's more like it has that, because in a lot of ways it sounds satisfying. You know, it's heavy. You know, in the traditional sense. Oh, it's heavy. You know, it's aggressive, but it's all of those things in like an angry teenager kind of way, where you just look back and you think, what was wrong with me? Why did I have so many bones to pick? You know, it's like listening to like bad emo, because good emo, when I hear good emo, I get more emotions out of it rather than I hate my parents. Because that's like the stereotype, right? But some of them really do sound like the stereotypes. I listened to this band called Pierce the Veil, and I don't think I've ever heard something that made me want to vomit as much, because it's engineered really well. It sounds super clean, and it still sounds really heavy though. So the production's really good. But God, as soon as that fucking singer starts like growling, I'm like, am I listening to like a Gothenburg metal record or something? Oh, engineered to perfection, yeah. See, some of the stuff comes in a bit late, so some stuff gets like, the context, it's like, oh wait, you're talking about this or that. I'm sorry. 300 tips. You know one, you know, it's a very standard example, but when like people talk about overproducing, the one band that's like unabashedly overproduces, it's Oasis. Every Oasis record is like has like 5 million guitar overdubs, as many vocal like delay effects as possible, and the drums are like the same Britpop like. It's that drummer, he can't let go of the snare. It sounds so good. Actually, I like it, but it's like, God, I forget, wasn't his name like Alan White or something? Not the Jess drummer, but I don't know. He was like, I mean, if you listen to Wonderwall, that's like, that's what I'm talking about. That very specific drum rhythm. What's this? Skull Bash. Oh, I should save that for Kangaskhan. Yeah, somehow Twitch has less lag than it used to, but YouTube says 50. That's funny though. I have a delay thing set up, so it shouldn't be like that. But I guess it's better than it was in the past. The main reason I don't use Twitch is because I don't know. I don't know. Like, no. We have no room! Get rid of the antidote, we don't need that. This is the worst! Give me that. Protein. Yeah, Oasis, that's like overproduced, like, rock, where it's like, not clean. Not like super cleaned up. I mean, it's messy. It's like loud and there's so much going on, but not in like a chaotic kind of way. It's more like I just want to add one more thing to the mix. Oh, come on. Why? I don't want to throw this stuff. Carbos, what's that? Speed? I don't know. Give it to Yob. I haven't seen or listened to Wonderwall, but I've seen the Nostalgia Critics review it because of how bad it is. Ah yes, Wonderwall, my favorite Pink Floyd album. Ah, we found it! Gold teeth! Can we get to the end? Oh, no, we're not. 62 steps. Okay, we gotta count everyone. I swear to God. I don't really like the wall, though, with Pink Floyd. It's a bit too, like, on the nose with all of its points for me to, like, enjoy it, I guess. But it's not a bad record at all. I like Pink Floyd, but I don't really listen to them that much. I like to listen to them with my mom, actually. It's one of her favorite bands, so we listen to them a lot. Ah! Finally! The fishing guru! His secret lair where it looks like Area 51 or something. You're the first person to reach the secret house. I was getting worried that no one would win our campaign prize. Congratulations, you've won. You don't have room for this fabulous prize! No! No! Look, we're gonna have to use this item. Yo, you take this. Ah, if you kicked me out, I would have lost it, to be honest. Yeah, that's Surf. HM3 Surf. And what we're gonna do with this HM is immediately teach it to Vaporeon, because otherwise we are not doing this right. Ah, yes. Can't Pikachu learn Surf in this game? Or was that some sort of special event thing? Area 50. Yeah, it's not good enough to be Area 51. It's one less. Alright, well, I guess we got most of the stuff. The stuff. You know, doing voices is hard, but when you find that one phrase that's inherently a voice, you can slide into it. Like for me, doing a because I play D&D a lot, I have to do I don't have to do voices, but I like doing them. For like a Scottish accent, it's always like, alright. Or something. Let's see here. Well, I mean, I guess we have everything. Now we have to stock up on items. Let's get Kangaskhan out and try and I don't know, try using it and see what happens. Yeah, only through a special event. I wonder what that would be. I guess it's like a game. Did GameStop exist in the 90s, or was it just Blockbuster? I saw a picture once. There was like a McDonald's somewhere in the US that actually still had a Nintendo 64 thing where you could play Mario 64. They never removed it. I would go there. McDonald's is the place to be to play Mario 64. Rock and roll McDonald's. To get into a Scot accent, I always scream, "For Scotland!" And that always works for me. Yes, that's also good. Well, I have Scottish... I actually have Scottish ancestry. It's just the extremely white person. So I'm allowed to do the voice. Without some Nordic god striking me in my sleep. Let's see here. Well, we don't need surf, so get rid of it. You know what? Let's just get rid of, we don't need the Sylph Scope. I don't know, why did I not deposit the Sylph Scope? That's a useless item. Get rid of the Ether. Let's get rid of all this stuff we picked up. Pokeflute, I guess we can keep that. This is Skull Bash. This is useless. Eventually it's gonna be like, there's not enough space in a PC, and then I'm just gonna be like, no. Yeah, that's not likely because of nostalgia or anything. Probably because you did feel like upgrading or removing it, so they just keep it there. Yeah, I mean, this is the newest video game. They've never made a video game after Mario 64. But it's like, yeah, you know, at some point it's like more money or whatever. Put it there, or the fact that it's like a sponsor thing or whatever, it doesn't matter anymore, so you just keep it around. I mean, I would still play it, but the controllers would probably give me like diarrhea. Let's who was Pinky? That's the cry for help as we insert him into the PC. Oh Jesus Christ, that's scary. Let's see what. Ugh. Let's see what moves you have. Oh! This thing's gonna be a tank. I liked using Wigglytuff for what it was, but I'm kinda curious about this. Skull Bash, let's teach it Skull Bash. I knew it would learn that. Oh, it didn't have any moves! Wait, what moves do it have then? Or what moves does it have? Comet Punch, oh, it has really crap moves. Yuck, it doesn't have anything. Double Team? Oh. Now comes the real question. Do we... No, I'm not using Kangaskhan if it doesn't have any good moves. It's a nice catching one and naming it, but I'm not gonna use it. I wasted a TM on you that I was probably not gonna use anyway. Look at all this history we have here. 6 months worth of history. No, I took out the wrong one, sorry. I wanna stream a Mario 64 ROM hack at some point, because I stream Mario 64 and I like playing it over and over again, but I want to play one of the ROM hacks. There's so many I haven't actually played. Let's put Norsay up front. Whenever I play Crystal, I'm gonna get a bit more experimental with my choices, because I feel like this time I definitely leaned on some stuff I felt comfortable with. I say this as I play Crystal, and it's the exact same thing again. Ooh, yes. John gave the gold teeth to the warden. Warden popped in his teeth. Thanks, kids. No one could understand a word that I said. I couldn't work that way. Let me give you something for your trouble. Didn't we already get Surf, or is this strength? Oh, I guess this is Strength then. Which we could technically give to Adelaide, but I don't know. There's a metric ton now that Simple Flips is doing contests and stuff. Yeah, and then there's like, you know, all the stuff that Kaze Emanuel does. And I could always do Star Road, which I did a review of years ago, which was not good, but... Does Pinky even have like a good normal type move, except Tri-Attack, I guess? Who would we teach Strength to? Because that's a good enough move. Norsei, probably? Yeah, we don't need Swift. Well, I don't use Leer, it's not really a physical thing, you know? So we'll just get rid of that instead. Alright. Oh god, I remember you have to do that. You have to go into the menu and then do this. Too much work otherwise. Rare candy, yay! We'll save that. Alright, now I guess it's time for Koga. Poke leaders, I don't know what happened there. Oh god, Sabrina's gonna be a pain. Then there's Crazy Scientist Man. Crazy Scientist Man and a question mark. Yes, I've developed the ultimate Pokemon. God, that first Pokemon movie, it's so dumb. It's like, yes, we've engineered you to be the perfect Pokemon, but you're gonna have to work with us. Oh, it's so bad. Didn't Mewtwo show up in like its gear in the first Pokemon movie in the anime before the movie came out? Or something like that. Very, very cool. Okay, let's do this. Wait, who lives here? Safari Zone's water is old, but still active. All streets are false, though. Bill files his own Pokemon data on his PC. Did he show you? Well, I hope he doesn't have a hard drive crash. That's one thing I'm worried about, because sometimes my hard drive's like, this file's corrupted, and then I can still move it around, and then like an hour later everything's fine again. So I'm starting to think my hard drive's on its last legs, which is good because I backed everything that I care up, you know. So it's just a matter of when the thing's done, it's like, yeah, time to build a new PC. I've actually never built a PC before, but I just feel like I should do that at some point. Thoughts on Detective Pikachu? I actually haven't seen it. I don't know why, I just haven't seen it. I hear it's pretty good. Oh wait, I can actually see the walls now. I know. Is it really this easy? Because I remember when I played this on Game Boy, I could never see the walls. But now I can see them. They're like, yeah, okay. Fuchsia City Pokemon Leader, Koga, winning trainers, John. All right. Yo, champion making. Fuchsia City Gym is riddled with invisible walls. Koga might appear close, but he's blocked off. You have to find gaps in the walls to reach him. Okay.
Strength isn't the key for Pokemon. It's strategy. I'll show you how strategy can beat brute strength.
I'd like how it takes a while for the music to start up on like the last paragraph. So it's like a is he a trainer or not? It's like this anxiety of like, will he fight him or not? No. Oh. Did I miss something? Why am I? Well, wait, hang on. I think I walked into the wrong neighborhood. Oh no! We're so screwed. Okay, who's next? Who wants to take a shot? Oh god, that sprite! It's horrible! Looks like a possum. Building IKEA for that's what I hear, but then I hear like when you have to put in the RAM or whatever, it gets kind of like you have to get careful. I don't know. I just worry that I'll mess it up somehow. All right, I have a feeling we're gonna get wiped here, and we're gonna have to do some real grinding, because we're getting smunked here. But like, I don't like building IKEA furniture either, so I don't know. I'm using a built PC, and I've literally never opened it in my life. I've had it for 5 years. It's really embarrassing, but that's the truth. Oh, Tri-Attack. I really like this move. Come on, just one. Just get paralyzed. Does it not have the ability yet? Come on. No! Oh, we're at the end of our rope. You just have to pay attention to what parts you're buying. Parts can be incompatible with each other, so pay attention to what specs every part has. Yeah, I remember I had a friend at one point who had a PC and he had like some weird shit with his motherboard, and it sounded really bad. It was like, I don't know. It just seems like so much could go wrong, so you just have to pay attention to that, I guess. I don't know. I'm clueless when it comes to that. I have a friend who knows how to build PCs, so I guess I'll get him to do it. Was it just me, or did the music sound kind of clunky there for a minute? It sounded really bizarre. Alright, so I guess the gym. Forget the gym. We're going grinding because this whole, like, you know, fighting Koga thing, not working out. It's not working out. But we could fight more of the trainers on the biking road, or we could go right, which is one of the longest routes in the game that goes on forever, and there's so many trainers, but you get all this XP, which is precious. Actually, I think there were some trainers over there. What are these pillar things? Why are they even necessary? What are they? Are they like big balls or something? Like haystacks?
Have to warm up before my swim.
Oh god, here we go with the swimming trainers. I remember, isn't it in Crystal where like the female swimmer or whatever winks, and they were like, no. In the American version or whatever, they had to remove it. Just ask him. You basically want to pick out your parts in a certain order: CPU, motherboard, GPU, RAM, other expansion cards. Is that like the specific order, or is it like in general what you want your PC to like focus on? Or because again, there are no stupid questions, I just have to ask them. There's supposed to be hills? What? No, are you actually serious? I thought they were like hay, those plastic hay. Oh god. I thought they were those plastic hay things. I thought they were like, I don't know. It's in general. Oh, okay. Oh god, I gotta sneeze. Oh shite. Oh, I have this my mom's friend, when she sneezes, it's like someone's dying. It's like she screams. It's like she screams for bloody murder. I remember she's the person that like drops ice cream on the asphalt and then picks it up and eats it. That's northern sweets for you. Oh. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. I mean, we could technically go through the water route, I guess. Some people say motherboard is before CPU because both have the most variety. Though I say CPU motherboard because you want a motherboard for your CPU, not a CPU for a motherboard. I scream when I sneeze. Got it. Well, I do that too. This time I didn't. I guess I'm getting not like that or whatever. All warmed up. All right. Well, I only got $150 from that. That was a waste of time. Snow Sweets. No, I meant like North Swedes or whatever from like, or Middle Sweden. I don't know. There's Southern Sweden and then there's the rest, pretty much. How are they hills? How are those things? I have to like take a microscope out to inspect this. The game critic. That's my new. I remember. Okay, so I don't talk about YouTubers too much unless it's like, oh, I really like this YouTuber, because otherwise it just feels like, you know, it's just, I don't know. But I found this YouTube channel that posts gameplay, and it was pretty much just a comparison of every version of Rayman 2. I think I talked about this during the Rayman 2 stream. I gotta get back to that someday, but basically in that video he compared in Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, pretty much every version of the game, and like a side-by-side comparison of the graphics. Very good video, but it started with like this 3D graphic that said unbiased gamers, and then unbiased gamer, and then at the bottom the subtitle was fanboys eat lead. Oh, it's so good. What about the wilderness? Far north. Well, I mean, it's pretty much no man's land up north. Yeah, these are not hills! They look like those plastic things you put hay in. Am I no. See, these things, that's a hill. Look it up, Rayman 2 version comparison. You'll find it eventually. It's better than me explaining it, to be honest. But you know, these things, these ledges or whatever, they look like the Earth's crust is coming out. Yeah, exactly. These things. Okay, I can buy it. They're like weird, not connected fences, but everything else is kind of weird. You know what? Let's go to this. Let's go over here and fight those trainers. At this point, I can't really do anything, I guess. So let's go fight some trainers. Here's some people. This is my turf. Get out of here. Oh god, there's gangs. It's like Malmö. It's a really funny joke. Okay, I can handle this. So I guess it's grinding time. What to talk about? You know, I really hate alcohol. I think I talked about this before, but I just can't stand alcohol. It tastes like crap, and everyone's like, oh, I could use a little bit of wine. I could use a little bit of this. It's like, no, I can't use any of it. I don't know. Yay, we grew. Well, switch out Norsay and then use Monday. Fear looks like he's seen some stuff in his existence. You know what game's hilarious? In terms of like people not understanding, probably not understanding copyright. A very specific genre of games to talk about. The first Shinobi, no, not the first Shinobi, Revenge of the Shinobi on the Genesis. That game has Spider-Man and Batman in it, and then it has Godzilla. Oh, it's so good. And then later versions patched them out, of course. But it's so funny, like Tanaka, what did we put in the game? Oh, Spider-Man. My son loves Spider-Man. How do you like my bird call? I like wine with aged cheese. It tastes real good. That's me though. Well, for me, it says the taste of alcohol makes it's not very good to me. Oh, Dodrio. I love Dodrio. I really like Dodrio. You know, when it comes to a Pokemon game with like a bad Pokedex. So I love Pokemon Crystal. I think it's better than this game by far. I like this game, but after a while it gets kind of monotonous, to be honest. Crystal, I just like Crystal way more. But that game's Pokedex is kind of weird. A lot of the new Pokemon you can't actually find. Oh! We're talking about the greatest game ever made. Wait, wait, now I'm confused about the context. I know there are ROM hacks like Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Yellow that add more Pokemon, like, you know, the Pokemon that are region exclusive are no longer region exclusives. I don't know if I want to stream those though, if that feels like the real thing. Alcohol isn't really meant. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. Whenever I drink it, I feel like I'm dying. It takes very little to give me a headache, so I can't drink it. But you know what I do like? I like alcohol-free wine, where it says like 0.5 just because they have to say that. You can buy those in stores and have to go to the system company or whatever that Sweden has, because you can't buy strong liquor here unless you go to the specific store. Thank God for that. Or you go to Germany and you buy it for cheap, because a lot of people do that. Spearow. Spearow is always so angry. What's its deal? Why is it so angry? Like, cheer up, dude. Gen 1ers eat lead! Yes. Well, in a lot of ways I understand Gen 1ers. Because at some point you take 151 Pokemon that are fine, and in my opinion they kind of are. Some of them really suck. I don't really like them at all. And Generation 2 just added to that to me, and then Generation 3 added more stuff, and then 4 refined the battle system. 5 felt like 5 felt like a farewell in a lot of ways. 5 felt final. Black and White 2 in specific, you know, with the Pokemon Championship thing. It truly felt like what Final Fantasy 9 was to Final Fantasy, where yeah, there's Final Fantasy games after that, but after Final Fantasy 9, things changed for good. Because they went into that game thinking this is gonna be the Final Fantasy. Because the designer of it, he was gonna quit or something. Wasn't it like that? I don't know. I haven't finished 9 yet. I don't really have time for JRPGs these days. But I really gotta finish Final Fantasy 8. Fear was in fear. Well, he gives me fear because he's fearful. We're saying reach level 30. Yes. Birdkeeper. What kind of... Look, he's like bald with a mohawk. Very candy. So, I guess we defeated all of those doofuses. I like the sprites in this game. It's just the back sprites where things get a little bit messy. Final Fantasy X, yeah, probably then. But I remember hearing that Final Fantasy IX was considered by the devs to be like a sort of Final Fantasy. That sounds like a horrible pun. Yeah, Final Fantasy IX is fantastic, but I played it on my PS2, and I feel like with RPGs, I take a lot of breaks, and with that game, I was constantly like, go back to save, but I was just wasting time. I didn't have time for it. I felt like with Final Fantasy IX, I would have been better off playing it on my Switch, which it's out on Switch now, so I can play it there. So I can put it on the home menu and then go and do something else and then come back. I don't have to shut off my console. Oh! Oh, yes. I don't know how many trainers would we have to be fighting here. Oh god. Generation 4 is my favorite, but yeah, I agree. Generation 5 felt very final. Yeah, and you know, X and Y, you know, some people really like it. Some people came back to it after a long time and didn't see all the little steps. So for them, Final Fantasy X and Y. X and Y felt like a huge step up from, say, Generation 3. And they enjoyed it. But if you played every Pokemon installment, at least for me, it felt like just another installment. But I still really enjoyed it. I think part of it was the fact that the novelty of it being 3D was probably one of them. And Pokemon and me felt like you got a bit closer with your Pokemon. That sounds really weird. You got just a little bit closer to just the Pokemon being like mattering, you know, beyond fighting. And Sun and Moon then came out, and Sun and Moon was the first time I finished a Pokemon game, and I was like, yeah, that's a video game, I guess. Like I just didn't really have an opinion on it. I guess I liked it. I gotta replay it then. I suppose. Final Fantasy 13? How many finals are final before it's really final? My dad, like a decade ago. Final Fantasy, why? My dad going into a GameStop, pointing at Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts and being like, hey, isn't that the Kazooie? Because he remembers me playing Banjo-Kazooie when I was a little kid.
I was too impatient.
What was with the jazz hands she was doing? I don't like that. She's creepy. We've ended up in military academy. Final Fantasy 5 is so good. I need to stream it. Final Fantasy 5. Ugh. No, Final Fantasy 4. Shit. No, for Final Fantasy 5 I haven't played. I meant 4. I was thinking of 5 for some reason. Oh yeah. 6 is also really good. But you know, Final Fantasy 7. I'm so mixed on 7. I feel like the PS1 Final Fantasies, they're so long and filled with stuff. Same with 9, but I like 9. I thought 9 had a lot of character to it. But I'm not sure if I really liked 7 that much, because I finished it twice, and it's very well designed, you know, for what it is. But I don't like the battle system that much, because when you play Final Fantasy 8, yeah, the drawing stuff, lots of grinding. If you play it on the Switch, you can speed it up, and you can feel the progress in your character getting higher stats as you draw from enemies, and you take their spells, and then you take their spells and use them against them. And you find drop points. You feel like you're always maintaining your character in a way, But when you can speed up that process, it feels a lot more doable. You know, it doesn't feel as tedious. But 7, like Materia, basically makes every character capable of whatever the other character is capable of. And the only thing setting them apart is stats, which means this character sucks. He's not good for anything. Don't use him. Use this character instead. And I don't like that at all. I don't like this idea that, well, Kaishi or whatever, he sucks, don't use him. But like, I like Kaishi, it's like a thing. Is that how you pronounce it? It's like a Celtic legend thing, whatever. Yeah, oh god, yeah, 7 has aged, but you know, it's got charm. But I just feel like 7's not the kind of game I really care too much about when I play it. 9, when I play 9, I care about Steiner's little like thing with Beatrix or whatever. I care about his relation to the princess, and oh, I gotta protect the princess. I actually remember that character thing. I like how Saidane's so cocky, and then you see a little bit of his backstory and why he's like that, and the stuff he's actually gone through. I liked what was the rat character? That rat paladin character. Yeah, whatever. She was cool. She had like that background of this friend that went missing or whatever. Now, I won't spoil it, but that game had a lot of character, a lot of heart. And 7 has a lot of cool stuff in it, but the translation and the writing ruins it because it's so bad. It's so badly written. 6 is better written. 6 had Son of a Submariner in it. But 6 had charm. 6 really had charm, I think. 6 knew how to convey emotion in a way. There are still moments in that game where you just feel empty inside. With 8, I just spammed summons and just bum rushed through the game. It was extremely easy for me. I guess. I don't know. I think 8's perhaps maybe customizable. For some people, it's a game where how can you break the game? Because I know in the game, I haven't gone that far, but you know, there's that whole thing where when you can, when you have a summon and you finally unlock, it's really hard to explain the combat system. It's really weird. Once you get used to it, it's fine, but it's not one of the things I really like explaining. When you unlock the summon ability to take apart items and get magic out of them, you can get some insane stuff. If you buy a tent, which costs like, I don't know, 1,000 gil, it's nothing. If you just buy one of those and you take it apart, you get like this insanely strong healing spell for that point in the game. You put that into your health slot because your summon enables you to assign spells to your health, and if you use that spell, your spells go down and your health goes down, theoretically, but it's not really that big of a difference. Basically, you take this super strong healing spell that you get like, I don't know, 99 of or something, you slap it into your health thing, And you go from like 800 health to like 4,000 health. And that's it. That's the first disc one. I don't know. I'll just have to play 8 more. I was also playing Grandia, which is a really cool game. I like Grandia. It's cute. Simple, adventurous. It has some killer music. It also has a really interesting battle system. But yeah, okay, okay, so don't go into the story too much because, see, I haven't actually finished 8, so I don't really know everything about the story, and I would rather not hear about theories, to be honest. But I guess the Final Fantasies 7 and 8, I guess, get kind of weird. But from what I can gather, 9, I never finished 9. I got quite far though. 9's more like more grounded in that sort of like medieval like fantasy stuff, while 7's like at some point 7 really loves its twists. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I see it. I'm sorry. I just saw the first part and I was like, oh, we're getting a spoiler here. I'm sorry. Well, you know, Ash is in a coma, which explains Team Rocket's insistence on kidnapping Peekaboo. Yeah, Final Fantasy IV is probably my favorite one because it's so good. I love 4. I can play it forever. But yeah, I think with Final Fantasy VII, it's not a general Final Fantasy problem with the materia. I just think materia is a really lame system because for me. Because oh, it's your cousin! You gotta kill your cousin. I think with 7, inherently, it just makes the characters boring. I love in 4 when I know that Kain, you're gonna be jumping and killing him. Cecil, you're gonna be using your dark attack. Oh yeah, I forgot, in the English version you don't have that. Oh, right. If I ever do Final Fantasy IV, I'm doing a fan translation. One of those terrible, like, overly translated ones. Because at least they have all the gameplay stuff, you know? They don't remove stuff just because it's too much for the Americans. Yeah, 4 is sweet and simple. That's what makes it so good to me. It's like Final Fantasy 3, except it doesn't have a horrible final dungeon. Because I never finished 3, but at some point Final Fantasy 3, I mean, half of the classes in that game are useless. There's a very specific way you're supposed to play that game, it feels like. Oh god, what's that plinking noise? Don't drop the coin on the ground. Oh god! Pikachu's cry always ruins the game. Yeah, 4 is really a magical game. God, the music. God, that music in Final Fantasy IV, it's unbelievably good. Have you heard the Celtic Moon soundtrack? It's basically a Celtic folk music rendition thing of the Final Fantasy IV soundtrack. It's wonderful. I'd really recommend it. I haven't played 5, but I hear 5's really good. 3's bloated. Isn't there a boss where you legit have to have all your characters do be? Yeah, that's the problem with 3, is that it's a lot like someone in the town tells you to do this thing, and you're like, why? And then you do it, and then it's like, oh, okay. Oh, and this battle you need a red mage, and yeah, it doesn't really promote creativity. It promotes playing the game a very certain way, and in the internet age, it's a game facts thing, you know. Yobe. Let's do Yobe. I have it, but now I need to listen. More like Pokemon Bellows. More. Hi Oddsus, how are you doing? It's been a long time. The sauce is here. Hey, Oddsus, Michael here. Where are your fingers? Yeah, I know the death screams in this game. They're brutal. I don't know. They're horrible. Oh, You know, I wonder, was this game rushed? Because I think the sprites in this game, they look fine. I like some of the additions like Team Rocket and stuff, but that Pikachu voice, oh god. The voice lines in this game still give me nightmares. It's over. No, Pikachu, no! I was listening to the... Speaking of the Pokemon anime, I haven't watched Beyblade in a long time. I watched it when I was a kid. I remember when Beyblades were popular. And they used to get stolen all the time. That and Tamagotchis. But I was watching the opening to Beyblade. And it was life affirming, you know? It's one of those things, it just confirms that you are indeed alive. Oh god! If you're photosensitive, epileptic, then don't look. Oh! It's like hiccups. I have a feeling whoever's poisoned is gonna die. Oh Jesus. But yeah, I remember the Beyblade theme. It's like, Beyblade! And then the backup screams like, let it rip! Oh god, it's so good. I just love when animes, like the Japanese opening is like J-pop, a J-pop banger. And then like the English version is like post-grunge. It's great. You know, I don't listen to a lot of like bad music on purpose, or I don't listen to music I dislike. It's like, haha, that music's really bad. Like, I don't listen to Limp Bizkit or whatever, because I just find them really irritating, so I don't really listen to them. But I still kind of find them funny in a way, but I just don't choose to listen to them because it just gives me a migraine. But if there's one band that I'll actually sit down and try to listen to, just because it sounds unbelievable, it's Florida Georgia Line. I've talked about them before. My dad has a CD of them, and he's like, oh, these guys are really popular in the States, as if that's like a good indicator. And they're literally like the worst band in the world. They're like, they're the reason people hate country, not because like country's like bad. Like, I don't get how you can hate country when like there's some really good, like, what's that guy called? Willie Nelson or something? I forget what his name was. The anything on my mind, whatever, that song that Pet Shop Boys covered, I don't know. He's written some really good country songs, and there's a lot of ones that are just, they're nice, you know. They feel peaceful. They remind you of the countryside. You know, I used to live rurally, so I kind of like that kind of like take me home kind of music. But then Florida Georgia Line's like, we gotta have 13 guitar overdubs, a little bit of auto-tune, a little bit of reggae wank shit in the middle of the disc for no reason. Then we gotta sing like this, roll down your window, baby. And then it's just, oh. The music video for Cruising, it feels like what a Michael Bay movie feels like to watch. Like a lot of big dudes, a lot of thin women.
Lots in America, yeah. Welcome to America.
Which sprites would you say are worse? Because I feel like you can't do much worse than the originals, all things considered. Country road, take me home. God, do you think West Virginians are just sick of that song? I saw a screenshot. It was like every U.S. state and everything that you should not talk about. And for West Virginia, it was John Denver. West Virginia. I just love when people are like, "Oh, you're Swedish, ABBA." It's like, yeah, ABBA. I listened to them when I was a kid. Okay. I remember when I went to Vancouver to visit my grandma, who lives in this old people home. She had a friend who's, you know, no one really liked, and she's just kind of irritating, I guess. But I thought she was nice. When we arrived, she had like prepared this entire thing where we walk in. My dad and I were like, "Oh, hey, grandma, how are you doing?" And then her friend comes up, starts blasting Dancing Queen on like a boombox or something. It's like, Dancing Queen, jag älskar dig. It was so dumb. I loved it. It was the best welcome committee ever. I want every country to be like that. I'm going to Turkmenistan and someone comes on, they're like, Jag älskar dig! Ah, just like home. Wait, what Pokemon was it? Okay, where's Morse when you need her? Bulbasaur looks like that fat kid who takes it very personally when you make a yo mama joke. Oh god, I remember this kid I knew who'd always watch yo mama jokes on his phone. Like, it would be like, yo mama's so fat, you can't watch movie because she in wave movie, or something. Pretty much, it used to be their state song, oh god, really? But now it's super popular, it's pretty disliked. Well, you know, I guess Oklahoma are pretty happy with Flaming Lips as their state song, right? Don't they have like, they have Flaming Lips as their state song, I'm pretty sure. Do you realize? Do you realize? Ooh. I need to listen more to Flaming Lips because I really like their album. The what's the name of it? The Clouds Taste Metallic, and then the one after that, the one with Warner Brothers, the one that starts with Race for a Prize, the one with the sick drums. God, the drums in that song blow my mind. It's like, record the drums, but record them at the bottom of the stairs, and then like compress the shit out of it, and it sounds amazing. But then there's like a version of it that's like, oh, we have to clean that up for Warner Brothers, and it's like a bonus track, and it sounds like crap. There's like pianos on it and all this unnecessary crap, but it's like, it just sounded fine with it sounded fine before, you didn't need to change it. Venusaur looks like Yo Mama jokes. Yo Mama, because he's fetish. Joe Mama. So I watched the Blue Shell incident the other day, and I feel like that was life-affirming, you know? You know, those breadcrumbs, you did me a favor. You're like the brother I never had. You're like you were the real Super Mario brother in the end. You know, I watched that, the development of that movie for over a year. How did he finish it so quick? It's a Joel thing. I just wonder how he did it so quick. Did he do it like off stream? Because all this stuff he did, it's like Metal Gear Solid 6.
Table for two?
Oh god. I'm David Hasselhoff. Oh Jesus Christ, my ears! Well, oh no, we can't use the move I wasn't gonna use in the first place. But you know, at some point, you know, it's funny though, with Sweden, it's like, sometimes I'm surprised by the amount of things we're known for. Like, we're known for, like the country in general is known for, like ABBA, who won Eurovision. Had a bunch of songs. I like ABBA. They're like disco, but good, because it's like actual songs instead of like a drum rhythm wank with some gospel vocals on it, and then like, oh, whatever, it sounds good enough. Little dance to it in the club, I guess. It's like actual good songs. I don't know. I think that the writer, the Björn, he's a bit of a perfectionist as well. I've seen some interviews with him. He seems pretty okay. Oh, you know, we should probably get antidotes. Let's go back and do that. PewDiePie, yeah. PewDiePie, yeah, that's one. Most people think of ABBA and IKEA, though. I don't like IKEA. I hate IKEA. I hate shopping there because there's screaming kids everywhere. They're like, Mommy, Mommy, I want to go home. I don't want to go furniture shopping. And then the parents are like, whatever. They do some stupid parent thing where they give them an iPhone or whatever, and then they shut up. And then the next time they whine, they do it even quicker. And then that gap, and then they basically run the entire family. They just do that, and then they have like guards at IKEA that walk around, and you're like, why are there guards at IKEA? I don't know. It's weird. I guess they're there to make sure no one grabs like a glass and then runs out, because you have to mark everything you're gonna buy yourself or something. I don't know, it's weird. I don't like IKEA. It's big, it's confusing. It's like the Lost Labyrinth. You go in, you never come out. And then there's a bunch of screaming kids there. Let's go and get some antidotes. Yeah, you can eat food at IKEA. They really good food actually. I'm not even joking. If there's one redeeming quality about IKEA, it's actually I like the food. It's fine. That item ball in there is really a Pokemon. Yeah, I've seen 15 of those and they all blow up on me. Did you try the Safari games? A Pokemon can only be caught there. Yeah, you can catch a Dratini there, but I'm not that patient. Maybe in the next game, next time I stream. Oh, this is exactly what we need. A bunch of full heals. Just get 15 of them. Why not? I'm gonna sell my paralyze heals because they're kind of obsolete. Let's go. You know, I really used to hate Stockholm for a long time because every time I went to Stockholm, it was always like the business sector and then Arlanda. Like, I never go there for anything nice. It was always Gothenburg where all the nice stuff is. Then I went to Stockholm, went to the old town. I was like, pretty good, I guess. But I prefer the West Coast. It has that smell to it. But Mälaren or whatever, it's a very rocky lake. Doesn't really have coastlines, as it's more like really rocky, rugged coastlines. The concept of furniture story selling food is just beyond me. Yeah, I remember my uncle and aunt from Canada. They came here and we ate IKEA meatballs at one point when we went shopping at IKEA. I remember when my aunt came here, she got this blow dryer thing. And she just got a converter because she didn't think much of it. Like, oh, well, you have different outlets. You just need a different one. True, but the voltage in European countries tend to be way higher. Than American ones. So that blow dryer actually blew up or something. It's like it like caught fire when she was using it. I think my favorite part of the blue shell incident is how the duck goes from Duke Nukem to Donald Duck choking on Dick so abruptly. I'll tell you, Mario, I'm working for... Nice. It also looks like he's breaking his neck whenever he's talking. But yeah, I need to get around to streaming... why do I keep getting poisoned? I need to stream a Metal Gear Solid game, but I think I need to get a new PS2, which should be pretty cheap, all things considered. Like, getting just a PS2 without any cables shouldn't be that hard, but my problem with my PS2 is that it just has trouble reading this. It can't read DVDs, because as soon as it stops reading that DVD for a fraction of a second, everything falls apart. In a PS2 game where you just have to load individual screens, during loading screens, it's not procedural, it's fine, but then you play... you know, Resident Evil, and at some point it just can't load this next screen because it's screwed up and then the game freezes. So, I don't know. It sucks having like 2 different streams on hiatus. I want to continue with Rayman, but I'm not sure how my setup would work for that. I'll see if I can figure that out. I still love how that one shooter, not to make fun of stuff, but the guy, the shooter from Norway from 2011, I think, he hates Rayman. He hates Rayman Revolution. He did a hunger strike where he literally complained, I don't want to play baby games like Rayman Revolution. It's it's so weird. Because in Norwegian prisons, it's like you have a room, it's like an apartment pretty much. Which, to be fair, I don't know, that seems to work for them. I don't know. They took the prison in my town and refurbished it into like a little motel or like a hotel or like a vandrarhem. I don't know what it's called. It's basically, you know, you come into town, you want somewhere to stay here. So they took all the individual cells and made them into rooms. You know, it's like you know, they don't have this here, but in Latvia, I've never been to Latvia, but I really want to at some point. It's because it's just fascinating. Love their language. In Latvia, they have like camps you can go to where you can experience being yelled at by like Soviet generals or whatever, and you can live in like cells or whatever. It's great. You can basically live at like a prisoner, like a POW camp. So a shooter openly complained about Raven. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. Look it up. I think it's in Israel where the voltage is just out of control. Like this area, it's low. This area, it's high. I can't imagine. You know, you bring your Xbox somewhere and it just blows up. It's like, oh shit! I shouldn't have brought it to Tel Aviv. That's screwed up. I also think it's like there's some country out there they use like 3 plug outlets or something. I forget what it is. Some African country. That sounds like a nightmare. That's a first world problem. They have other things to worry about. I'm like, the plug outlets. You know, one thing that surprised me when I went to Vancouver was the road signs that were like, go and buy marijuana. I was like, is that legal? They can put, what? Marijuana. Marijuana sounds like a name. Is it named after like John Marijuana? Did he invent it? Wait, who's poisoned? Oh, you're- oh, creepy. Very creepy. Stop. Stranger danger. Oh god, yeah, this is really getting into like stranger danger territory. Pokemon Yellow teaching us about not speaking to strangers. You know, one of my favorite videos on the internet is Red Letter Media's Best of the Worst with Macaulay Culkin, where they're talking about Home Alone 4, and he's saying it's not as good as some of the earlier installments. I don't know why. The way he says that, like completely like with like no laugh or anything, just completely dry. It's so good. Oh, hey, you can't use Wigglytuff. I'm only allowed to use Wigglytuff. I like in the first Pokemon movie where like there's a tough guy and he has like Machoke, he's got a Gyarados, and then there's the woman with like Wigglytuff, a Jigglypuff, Clefairy. Oh shit, we ran out of pink Pokemon. I guess those are the only ones she has. But okay, so in the Pokemon dub, there's a part where they accidentally call Scyther Alakazam. I can't show you it, but in the first Pokemon movie, at least in the dub, even in the Swedish dub and the English dub, when my friend and I watched it, we actually like switched languages. So like they couldn't have gotten that wrong on both, and they did. It's the part where there's like a copy machine that copies Pokemons and reproduces them, and the 3D silhouette of a Scyther shows up, and they say Alakazam. Apparently, marijuana is Mexican Spanish, and it was a corruption of a word for prisoner. Oh. Agility, I don't like Double Team. I think Double Team's a really cheap move. It's cheating. So we're not using that. No, God! Oh, this is really weird. Stop. I'm gonna have to catch like a Machoke. Make him into a bodyguard, or else we're not surviving out here in the boonies. You look. Oh god, they're so weird. Why is everyone in Kanto a weirdo? Get away. Well, let's just get this over with quick. Oh no, she uses a Pidgey, the best Pokemon in the game. We're gonna lose. Oh. Oh right, I was gonna show the song later. But I have to mess around with settings to get it to work. Oh, I think the sound effect screwed up because now it just sounded like an electric generator, which is accurate. Sounds like an Aphex Twin song. No, wrong. Oh, I'm afraid of bikers. They look so ugly and mean. Oh Jesus. Well, you should I was gonna say look yourself in the mirror, but that sounds really mean. We could go up here and grab an item, but oh, we're not doing that. I thought marijuana was a Spanish marinara. Isn't that a sauce or something?